Hello dear learners, how are you? I hope that you all are fine by the grace of the Almighty. I am also fine. This is Ataur Rahman welcoming you to the online class organized by your loving institution, New Government Degree College, Rajshahi. Today, I would like to discuss the syllabus, question pattern, mark distribution of HSC English second paper. I will also discuss some tips for answering the questions. Dear learners, have a look. The syllabus at a glance. The classes will cover all these topics. The topics are the sentence, types of sentences, component of sentences, modifiers, questions like WS questions, statement question, tag question, conditional sentences, use of introductory, there and it, sentence connectors, punctuations. And of word formation, there are root or base, prefixes, suffixes, synonym and antonyms. Then phrases will be discussed like noun phrase, prepositional phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, etc. The clauses will also be discussed. The classification of clauses will also be discussed. Then study of verbs like regular verbs, finite, non-finite verbs, transitive verbs, etc. The tenses will also be discussed according to the syllabus. Voice, verbs, adverbials and direct indirect narration will be discussed also. Then about composition, mechanics of writings will also be discussed. Then the techniques of paragraph writing will also be discussed, and according to the syllabus, various types of creative writing and imaginative writing will be discussed in the classes. And formal and informal writing like applications, letter and CV will also be discussed. Then writing newspaper report. Students will learn about writing newspaper reports. Then some other academic writing like taking notes, analyzing will also be discussed. Let's know about the marks distribution. There are two parts in your English second paper. The first one is grammar and the other part is writing. Let's have a look at the test items. That means the items that you will find in your question paper. Number 1 is use of articles. Number 2, use of prepositions. Number 3, special use of words or phrases. This is a new item for you. Number 4, right form of verb. Number 5, completing sentences. Number 6, transformation of sentences. Number 7, change of speech, which is known as narration. Question number 8, unclear pronoun reference. This is also a new item for you. Then use of modifiers, another new item for you. Then use of connectors, synonyms and antonyms, punctuation. So these all are about grammar items. Then writing part. Question number 13, email writing. Then report writing, paragraph writing and composition writing. Okay dear learners, have a look at the question patterns in details. Dear learners, now we will discuss the question format and mark distribution according to NCTB sample question. Total marks is 100 marks, and the exam time is of course 3 hours. In your question paper, there will be instruction like this: answer all the questions. Figures in the margin indicate full marks. And part A will be grammar items. There will be 12 grammar items as I have told you earlier, and the marks is 60 marks. Question number 1 is use of articles. And you know what are the articles: A, an and the. And mark is 0.5 into 10, and this is 5 marks. there will be a passage having 10 blanks and you should use the right article. If no article is needed, then put a cross mark. Just write down question number A to J and write the correct article. This is what your answer would look like. Just write down the numbers like A, B, C, D, etc. and then write down the correct articles like D, A, D and etc. Now question number 2, and this is use of suitable prepositions. There will be a passage having 10 blanks and you should read it carefully and find out the appropriate prepositions, and total marks will be 5. On your answer script, you should just write down the numbers and write down the appropriate prepositions. Then question number 3, use of phrases and words. I have already told you that this is a new item, but this is a very easy item. This is a very easy item in that sense that there will be 10 phrases or words given in the box and you have to choose the right one according to the situation given in the sentences. You must not write the whole sentence, just write the numbers from A to J and just write down the correct or appropriate words or phrases. Now question number 4, complete the sentences using suitable clauses or phrases. This is known as completing sentences. There will be 10 situations having more than 1 or 2 sentences, and of them 1 will be incomplete. This is the way you should write the question of this item. You should write all the sentences keep the rules in mind. You must write the sentence fully, then underline the clauses or phrases used in the blanks, and then writing only the clauses or phrases must be avoided. Then question number 5, it is about correct form of verbs as per subject and context. It is very much familiar to you, and you should write the correct form of the verbs given in the brackets from A to J, and total marks is 5. Question number 6 is transformation of sentences. You know what is transformation? There will be task about voice change, affirmative, negative or interrogative change of simple, complex and compound, and also positive, comparative and superlative. Total mark is 5. There will be a passage having more than 5 sentences on a specific topic, and some sentences will be underlined, and there will be instructions in the bracket. You will change only the sentences as their instructions, only the sentences which have instructions in the bracket. Question number 7. Question number 7 is also familiar to you. This is narration, and it would be direct to indirect, but in HSC level there would be another change, and this is from indirect to direct. Yes. You should learn about both of the changes. Write your answers maintaining the rules of narration. Question number 8. Identify unauthorized pronoun references in the following paragraph. Where necessary, rewrite the sentences so that all pronoun references are clear. In fact, there will be a passage, and in that passage there will be some pronouns, and you have to find out where the pronouns are not clear. You have to make them clear, and you must rewrite the whole passage again correctly, and you must underline the corrected pronouns. Then question number 9. Use of modifiers. This is also a new item. There will be a passage having 10 blanks, and in the bracket there will be instructions like pre-modify the noun, post-modify the noun, or pre-modify the verb, or use a noun adjective to pre-modify the noun, etc. You have to write down the correct modifiers according to the instruction as well as according to the meaning of the passage, and total mark is 5. There could be many versions of correct answers. Then question number 10. Use appropriate sentence connectors. This is use of connectors. You are familiar with this item. You did it in your SSC level. There will be passages having 10 blanks, and according to the relationship of the sentences and according to their meaning, you have to write down the appropriate sentence connectors, and total mark is 0.5 into 10, and it is 5. There could be many versions of correct answers. The answer given here should be taken only as examples. Then question number 11, and it is a task about antonym or synonym. There will be a passage, and of them some words will be underlined, and the underlined words will be instructed, and the instruction will be antonym or synonym. That is, you have to change the word according to the instruction. Just write down the word and change according to the instruction, and total mark is 5. There could be many versions of correct answers. The answer given here should be taken only as examples. Question number 12. This is a task regarding the use of punctuation. This is very much familiar to you. In the question, there will be 10 errors regarding the use of punctuation marks. You have to find them out and write the punctuation mark correctly, and you must underline the corrected punctuation marks. Now let's have a look at the writing part. You know that writing is an art. Here you can use your imagination as well as your creativity. All you need to master the rules of creative and freehand writing. Question number 13. This is writing an email. This is a very easy task. In the sample question provided by NCTB, there is an email and you have to write a reply to the email. Just read the email carefully and think about the reply and write the email. Here is an example of an email. You must follow the rules. At first, write the address of the recipient, then mention subject, and then write the main body of the mail. While writing the main body of your email, just follow this instruction. At first, you should write the opening or salutation, then the body of the text. In this part, you will mention your requirements, and you can also mention the other things as you wish, and at last you should write the closing and give your name. Keep in mind that to get good marks, you must follow everything. This is writing a report. Instructions will be given in this way. A topic will also be given. You have to write a report following the rules of report writing. And don't forget to give a title of your report. Here is an example of a report. This is the title: 3 killed in road crashes. Then the place and time is mentioned. After that, the incident is described in details. Use detailed information in your report, and look carefully the language used in this report. The language used in report is a little different from the language of a paragraph. Question number 15 is writing a paragraph. You are well known about the paragraph, but it is a matter of sorrow that many students cannot write a paragraph following the rules of paragraph writing. However, in the question paper, a topic will be given and the word limit will also be given, and you have to write a paragraph following the instructions. You must keep in mind that you must write a title, then your paragraph must be written in one paragraph only, and then your paragraph must have topic sentence, developers, and concluding sentence. The last question in your question paper is writing composition. That means you have to write a composition. The topic will be given. Sometimes the topic will not be given directly. You have to understand from the instructions. And sometimes you will be asked to give your own opinion, and you will also be instructed to defend your opinion. These instructions should be followed in writing composition. You must write a title, use your own creativity regarding to language, write all the points in an organized way, and write your composition to the point. An important instruction regarding writing is that word limit. You must maintain the word limit given in the questions. However, 10 words more or less than the instruction can be considered. Dear learners, you know the secret of getting good marks, and this is practice, practice, and practice, because practice makes a man perfect. Hope that you will practice more and more. And that's all for today. Hope we will meet soon, and then we will discuss the grammar items in details. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.